Real ones with me, I know we gon' beat the odds. Yup. Counterfeit. Guess they from the thought of it. People fake. Think they need to start a kid. Tryna be real. This right here to start a kid.
Huge thank you to today's sponsor, Giant Snacks. Giants is a small family-owned business that specializes in premium flavor and giant snack sizes.
From sunflower seeds and pistachios, pumpkin seeds and cashews, Giants has all the great snacks you need.
Don't forget some of the great flavors that they offer, from dill pickle to sweet Thai chili.
Or whatever flavor you're craving.
Check out the newest flavor that just arrived in stores.
Big Easy cashews and Big Easy sunflower seeds.
Available now online or in a store near you. Huge thank you to Giant Snacks for sponsoring this podcast.
Now let's get back to the podcast.
All right, guys, there's only 8 days left to go get a hoodie. Make sure you guys go get one now.
Every hoodie you buy gets you 5 entries to win AirPods.
It's pretty much as simple as that. Go onto our website, link down below, top of the description. Go purchase one of our hoodies. We have 3 designs there for you to choose from, and you'll be entered from there.
Thank you guys for supporting. Now let's get into the podcast. As you all can see, Jack and I are forced to wear some jerseys of a team that is opposite of what we represent, but...
Well, I'm good. I'm the Jets, so I'm chilling. You're wearing the Packers.
Yeah.
I got the Rodgers Realm jersey on, so I'm good. But welcome back to the Beyond the Spotlight podcast, hosted by myself. My name is Jack.
And I'm Aiden.
Today we're joined by Jackson, AKA Rodgers Realm. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, boys. I appreciate the hell out of you having me on.
Okay, I got an intro here I'm going to read you, so I'll do that quick. Today we're thrilled to have the creator, Jackson, AKA Rodgers Realm, joining us. Known for his engaging TikToks, blending sports, humor, and wild stories, Jackson has captivated a massive audience. With over 140,000 followers and more than 6.8 million likes on TikTok, his content consistently goes viral. From his unforgettable encounter with Aaron Rodgers to his new project, The Foamer Football, we can't wait to dive into all your different journeys and creative processes. Jackson, welcome to the show. But so for the people who might not know you, can you give a little elevator pitch and just say like who you are, where you're from, what you do?
From Wisconsin, massive Packer fan, obviously, forcing these guys to wear my Rodgers and Favre gear. So I was massively obsessed with Aaron Rodgers my whole life, and then I went on TikTok and started making these impersonations of Aaron Rodgers. Grenade team! Grenade team! Hey, can! Blue 58! Blue 58! Didn't expect it to do anything, but it kind of went viral right away. So I made the goal of the account to meet Aaron Rodgers. So that was kind of my whole thing for a while there, and then it happened this summer. So yeah, that's what I do. Impersonate Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm kind of moving into different quarterbacks and different football style skits and videos because Rodgers ain't going to be around forever. So some of those have done good. Trying to spread the word that I'm a Packer fan too. A lot of people think I'm just a big Rodgers fan / Jets fan. So had to rep the Packers today. I got a few Jordan Love videos out and coming up. So
yeah, I saw that one where you were hopping around and you're like, yeah. But thanks again for coming on. And for you guys, we're at the City Brew Hall in Wahpeton. So thank you to the Brew for letting us come in here and film. Different setup today. And then thank you to Giant Snacks for being an amazing sponsor. Forgot to mention that earlier.
So you mentioned you started TikTok. When was that?
That was last August. So
not that long ago.
About a year and a half ago. Yeah. Sometimes when I meet people, I meet people at Brewer games, or if I'm at, in North Dakota, a lot of people, because I play baseball at Jamestown. A lot of people recognize me just in at Shields and stuff in Fargo, and at the campus in the weight room, and they always say, "I've been following you for years. I've been watching you for years, man. So glad you're there." I never say it out loud, but I'm like, "Well, I started filmed 12 months ago." They're like, I don't say it, but that's always what I'm thinking. It feels like a lot longer than it has been.
That's some quick growth though for 1 year, and you have. Wow.
You already got to meet your idol too?
Yeah, it was right away. So it started last August, like I said. Me and my brother Marcus, he plays baseball at St. Thomas in Minnesota, and then one of his best friends, Cade, call him the cameraman now. We had the plan to go down to a Brewer game and last August, and before we left, my other best friend, Avery, big Viking fan. Saw a video on TikTok. I guess I'm going to go into how this whole thing
Yeah,
started.
no, that's
You
perfect.
didn't really
No,
ask,
that's
but,
perfect. Let's do it.
My buddy Avery sent me a video, and I'll never forget. It was of this guy named Carter Thompson, and it literally said, Aaron Rodgers be like, and he did like just a couple reenactments of what Aaron Rodgers does, and my buddy Avery knew that I already do that. Mm-hmm. Me and Marcus, my brother Marcus, go out like every halftime of Packer games. He'd be over at my house watching with my dad. Every halftime, we'd go out on the road and just massively obsessed with Rodgers, and we'd go throw the foam football, which became an even bigger thing now. I'm sure we'll talk about that, but we'd go throw this little foam football like Aaron Rodgers and act like him, and I was just really funny at it and good at it for whatever reason. And that was before we ever thought about making a video. We'd do that every halftime. I'd post about Rodgers on my Snapchat story every day before any of the TikToks were even a thought. And Avery sent me this video of Aaron Rodgers be like, the guy's name's Carter Thompson. I shout him out. Sometimes I forget his name, but on like news shows and stuff, I shout him out every time because I think he's got like 2,000 followers on TikTok. He just had one video go somewhat viral, and I just kind of took it and stole it and completely changed my life from it. But
you gotta do that sometimes.
I know. I give him credit every time.
We call it inspiration.
Yeah. me and Marcus and I and Cade, before we went to Milwaukee, were like, let's go to the football field and do this. Because I knew I could do it. No offense to Carter Thompson. I knew I could do it a million times better. Because his video I'll never forget, it got 200,000 views. And I was like, man, if that can get 200,000 views, I'm going to knock it out of the park if I can do this. And AI generated name, Rodgers Realm. Couldn't come up with a name for the account. I'm like, let's just make an account obsessed with Aaron Rodgers. I'll do it. I'm just going to make an account, make a joke of it, and made the Aaron Rodgers be like episode or video, and then went on our way to Milwaukee. And it didn't blow up right away. So on our way to Milwaukee, if you scroll way down on my account to the beginning, the very first video is that Aaron Rodgers be like video, and then the next 10 or whatever are just me holding the phone up. What's up, Aaron Army? Rodgers Realm here. Follow for the 50 follower giveaway. We're almost at 50 followers. Love you, boys. Follow for Aaron Rodgers content.
Yeah, bro.
And that first video it was 10,000, 15,000, kind of just slowly doing better than I ever would have thought. But it was kind of just creeping up, and it was kind of cool. And then we made a detour to Green Bay to Lambeau Field. We were like, let's go to Lambeau Field and make another video just because. Before anything was even going viral. So we stopped off there, made an Aaron Rodgers be like part 2 because they have a turf field right outside of Lambeau Field. So that was cool. And then once we got back to Ashland, that's from Ashland, Wisconsin. Once we got back home, it was, we made the video that changed everything. And it was 100 follower, or it might have been 250, one of those name reveal. Because I was like, follow for the name reveal at 200 followers, and I was never going to reveal still nobody knows my name, but that's what the video was, and we almost didn't make it, and I don't know why it did so good, but it's just, I mean, I don't know if you want to put it on, I'll send it to you after the episode if you want to put it on the screen, but it's just... Green 18! Green 18! I have foamer, this little foam football that we made, wrapped in duct tape. And I don't know if it's because my street was being torn apart, so it was all just mounds of dirt, and it was all clay and dirt, so it just looked hilarious because there was a sidewalk behind me, so maybe that got some comments and made it blow up. But I got this foam football. Cade starts recording, and we almost didn't do it. I remember I was like, you want to just go do that name reveal as a joke? They're like, sure. So we went on the road, took 10 seconds, and I'm throwing the football. And I can really zip the foam football. That's why it went foamer. I can't call it foam football. We get mad when people call it foam. It's foamer, capital F. So I can really launch foamer. And foamer. So you can hear it in the video. You can hear it zipping by the camera. So that was part of like why it went viral, because people, holy crap, you can hear it. And I was just flicking it just like Raj. And I was like, in the video I said, what's up, Aaron Army? Rodgers Realm here. 200 follower name reveal. Thanks for following. We got to 200 followers. And then I revealed my name as Aaron Rodgers. So I didn't even reveal my name. revealed it as Aaron Rodgers, went on some tangent about some random stuff about how I'm Aaron Rodgers, and then I was like, 500 followers, we'll do the real name reveal. Thank you, goodbye. And then Rodgers Realm out, and that was that video. And then I didn't sleep at all that night because that video took off right away. I don't know why. It ended up only getting like 400 or 500,000 views, but once that video, I literally posted it and it went right away. It just 10,000, 20, 30, 35, 40. And I was like, I remember talking to the cameraman and he was like, his name's Cade. He was like, it could get 100,000 views. It's unrealistic. He's a big voice message guy, so it was a voice message. I'll never forget. I was just watching the video. I'm like, dude, it's at 45K. It's at 50,000, dude. It's blowing up. And I was just tripping and just refreshing it all night. And he goes, low odds, but it could get 100K. Like, that's not off the table. I was like, that would be crazy. And then the next day, I had to go on a trip for a baseball game in the summer, and I got no sleep, and it was fun. And if you scroll down, you can see that video, and then the videos after that are me on this baseball trip because we had to leave for 2 or 3 days on this baseball trip, and I was still pumping out the videos because I was high off life because the videos were blown up. But once that video blew up, the name reveal, that in some roundabout way made the first Aaron Rodgers Be Like video take off way more because it didn't really blow up off the rip. So once we posted the name reveal, for whatever reason, that first video we posted then blew up, and that was my first million view video. So it got to 1 million views right away, and then the name reveal got through 400,000, 500,000. Then that first one blew up somehow after. I didn't even know that was possible, like a delayed,
like a
some sort of delayed
second
reaction.
wave kind of.
Yeah,
That's happened to us before too, where it kind of dies and then
Yeah.
it's a second wave. But
Right away, do you think that those fans who were following your account were fans of Aaron Rodgers, or do you think that they didn't like him?
I definitely don't think all of them were fans of Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
That's definitely a fact because he's definitely the most hated, one of them, just the most hated athletes ever for no reason, in my opinion. But yeah, definitely not a bunch of Aaron Rodgers fans. Now, a year and a half later, I get like thousands of comments of, man, I used to hate Aaron Rodgers, but this guy's changing my mind. So I'm kind of I'm changing it a little bit, but at first, definitely not a lot of Aaron Rodgers fans. I think it was just more the impersonation was so like I would exaggerate some stuff for comedic effect and make it funny, and that's why people liked it at first because it was just hilarious. Whether you hate him or love him, it was just funny because I was that first Aaron Rodgers Be Like at the end of it. Acted like I was in some sort of interview as Aaron Rodgers, and I was talking about going into the darkness retreats and stuff like that. I don't remember what I said, but I was kind of just not making fun of Rodgers, but just making a funny video of it. And yeah, so it definitely wasn't all just Aaron Rodgers fans. It probably was just more football fans than anything, which is probably good because I'm known as the Aaron Rodgers guy, but I got to branch. I got to do some other football stuff.
Yeah,
so.
that's kind of what I was thinking right away. Is it like mostly Packers fans that are following you, but
it was Packer fans, and then now it's a lot of Midwest, a lot of Packers fans, and a lot of Jets fans. When I went out to training camp, they all knew me. So yeah, that's kind of the main thing.
he does a lot of that weird stuff with like the retreats and stuff. What do you know about that stuff?
Yeah, he's a spiritual guy. He's in tune with the spirits. I don't know jack diddly about it, and I'm not I don't go to parties. I never drank. I'm a baseball player. Everyone's got the Zins and the pouches.
Yeah.
I'm just not in. I just don't do any of that stuff. Smoking. I'm good with oxygen for my lungs for life. So that's how I am. So it's weird. I've had a lot of my friends ask me like, ayahuasca. I don't even know what it is, but that's an Aaron Rodgers thing. Yeah. They're like, if Aaron Rodgers wanted you to do ayahuasca with him, would you do it? Because they know I don't do any of that stuff just because, like, I'm not going to hate you if you do that. So a lot of my friends do, but I don't know. I'm just not into it.
Yeah.
So they always ask me, like, what if Rodgers wanted you to do it? And I'm like, at first I said yes, but once I really thought about it, I wouldn't dabble into too much of that stuff. I don't know anything about it. Raj can do what he wants, though. He's Aaron Rodgers. I fully love and support him no matter what. So to answer your question, nothing. I know nothing about that stuff, and I probably never will. So
So going back to your TikTok career, you kind of mentioned the start, but how explain how you got from that to actually meeting Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, so it blew up in a week for whatever reason. No skill required, pure luck. To this day, that's what I say. People are like, no, you're good in front of the camera. No, it's pure luck.
No, bro, you are good in front of the
no.
camera. That's just being humble. That's good, though.
No, all it is I was stupid enough to go do it. Anybody could have did it. But what the hell was I answering?
How you got from your start to actually meeting Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. It blew up right away. I'm obsessed with Aaron Rodgers. And then I don't even know how I came up with it, but we just I was like, I'm just going to make the goal of the account meeting Aaron Rodgers because that would just be crazy. So that's what I did. And then it was Aaron Rodgers be like part 2, Aaron Rodgers be like part 3, part 4, part 5. That was the main thing with weird niche Rodgers videos in between. So it wasn't all just the same stuff. I mean, how much different can it be? It's all about Aaron Rodgers. Literally, that's what the page is.
Right.
But for the most part, kind of the staple of all my first months and months of videos is Aaron Rodgers be like, Aaron Rodgers impersonations over and over again. And then a few videos in between of me just talking, throwing a football, because that first video was me just talking and throwing a football. So that was a thing I did for a while. And the things that I said was, we want to meet Aaron Rodgers. That's the goal of the account. Follow to join the Aaron Army. Also, ChatGPT helped me come up with that name.
Hell yeah.
Rodgers Realm and Aaron Army, ChatGPT. If you can't come up with a name for something, use ChatGPT. If it doesn't give you a good enough answer, give me 100 more. Bang. It'll do it. Pick your favorite one.
Hell yeah.
So meet Aaron Rodgers. That's the goal. Videos keep blowing up. And then this is actually an absurd way of how it actually got into motion. My baseball coach, his name's Tom Hager, and I told you about the stomach stuff from August, if we're going to get into that.
We'll get into that.
Okay.
Yep.
So long story short, I cannot play baseball this year due to a ton of unfortunate circumstances. So last year I did play my junior year at University of Jamestown, and we were on our Arizona trip, our Arizona baseball trip.
Like spring training?
It's not, like spring training essentially for college guys. Yeah. It was in February, so exactly that. Fly to Florida, play games for a week, doubleheaders, 7, 8 games, 10 games, I don't know, you play. And we have a banquet where it's all the coaches, the players, the family members, brothers, sisters, parents, grandmas in this. We stay in a really nice hotel, so they all go to this big
like banquet
lounge area.
Yeah,
banquet area, yeah.
Yep.
And Coach Tom Hager said, wear something that you would wear on a date. So guys are kind of looking good and they're kind of dressed up. And I wore my Aaron Rodgers jersey. And I was like, wear something I'm going to wear on a date. I'm wearing my damn Aaron Rodgers jersey. Take that. So I put it on. I'm like, screw it. I don't care. And I literally rolled out of bed before, because I think we had a baseball game that day. I was burnt out. So I was like, didn't really want to go to the banquet. I mean, I was excited, but I kind of didn't want to. So I literally just rolled out of bed looking nappy as hell. And I put on my Rodgers jersey and went down there. And then everyone's kind of dressed up looking good. I'm like, oh, I look like a bum, but I didn't really care. So then 2 minutes before the banquet starts, and this all ties into how I met Aaron Rodgers, I promise, because that's the question here.
Yeah.
2 minutes before the banquet starts, my buddy Avery came to Jamestown with me. He's the one who originally sent me the Carter Thompson video that I stole. He's the one who showed me it. He went to Jamestown with me. So me and him are sitting by each other. Coach Hager walks up to me 2 minutes before it starts, and he goes, just so you two know, me and Avery, just so you two know, you guys are the entertainment for tonight. And I was like,
oh,
what are you talking about? And then we went out in the hall and talked to him, and he's like, you're going to make a skit. And I was like, how? And he's like, I don't know, whatever you want to do. You're the guy. We need to have a good time tonight, and you're one of the whatever interesting guys that have ever been on a team. So you're going to do this. And I was like terrified and nervous, but I was like, okay, this is what I do. I make the videos. Screw it. I'll do it. And so I end up doing another one of my first most viral videos was an Aaron Rodgers play action tutorial.
Yeah.
Rewinding back to when I first started around that time. I did Aaron started in August. This is in September. I did an Aaron Rodgers play action tutorial. That was among the impersonation videos. Play action tutorials was just one of the things that blew up.
Yep.
And the guitar fake. He does the play action just like this, the fake. So that, for whatever reason, that's what I came up with to do. We had, what's the chicken place? There's Raising Cane's.
Yep.
I'm not from big town, so I don't know any of that stuff. But we had a bunch of Raising Cane's at this banquet. And I was like, for whatever reason, what I came up with in 2 minutes was, I'm going to do an Aaron Rodgers play action tutorial with a chicken tender from Raising Cane's in front of all these people with my Rodgers jersey on. That's what I'm going to do. So I explained it to everybody. I was nervous because
How many people are in there watching?
you can find the video. It was a lot. There was
Oh gosh.
at least 100. I feel like probably maybe you could tell me 200 and I'd believe you. I have no idea. But
Green 18! Green 18! We're gonna give it up for Raj. Quick pan. Give it up to meet Aaron Rodgers.
going back to sneezes. I also asked my coach before we started, I was like, hey, can I just, for the comedic purposes in the video, can I explain this as an Aaron Rodgers banquet? That's what I'm going to say it is, because that's just hilarious. He's like, yeah, do it. And I didn't think he was going to say yes, because for whatever reason, I just didn't expect him to say yes. But he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, yeah, perfect. So I call an Aaron Rodgers banquet in the video. And I choreographed the whole thing. I literally made it all up right off the top of my head. It was pretty. You can put that one on the screen too. I'll send these videos to you if you want to put them on a screen.
Yeah.
But I just looked nappy as hell. I just rolled out of bed. I didn't expect to be making a video, and it actually worked out perfect because one guy sitting right in the front had a Packers hat on for whatever reason. Somebody's grandpa, I can't remember who, but they had a Packers hat on so you can see it. So in the video, I make the cameraman do a slow pan around so you can actually see how many people there are. There's a bunch of people, and there's a couple just funny things I come up with in the video to have them do, and it's like kind of an interactive thing. And then I do the play action tutorial, throw the chicken tender into the ceiling, and I mess it all up, almost killed an old lady. And it was horrible, but that was the video. And then, so remember, Coach Tom Hager is the only reason that video was made. And then, I don't know if it's the next day or 2 days later, we had a morning game. And for whatever reason, after the game, I went on my phone in the dugout, which I usually never do. Like, we're packing up, went on my phone in the dugout, and I saw a DM that my Rodgers Realm Instagram got before it was popular at all. And it said NY Jets. And I was like, I remember my friend Zay, who's from Arizona, the one who recorded that banquet video, one of my best friends. For some reason, he was next to me, and I was like, Zay, dude, look at this. And he was like, what? And I was like, that says NY Jets. And I would assume the official New York Jets Instagram would just be Jets.
Yeah.
So I was like, that can't be the real Jets, right? And he's like, for some reason, he just thought he knew it was the real Jets. He's like, dude, that's the real Jets. I was like, how the hell do you know? It's fine. You can't see the message. You can't see the followers because my phone's a piece of junk. I can't see anything. All I can see is the name and see message, like click to see message, and it wouldn't work, so I had to wait. Mm-hmm. But I was getting all antsy. And then I don't remember if it was in the van on the way to the hotel or whatever. It was before we got on the van. I was like refreshing it. I got somebody's hotspot, and I got to pull it up. And it was the Jets. And we can cut it right here. I'll read what they said. So I didn't know if it was the real Jets or not. Once I finally get it to load, it was the real Jets. And they said, hey, just wanted to reach out and say we love your videos. We're launching new uniforms next month and thought of you for a possible collaboration. We love to talk about making some content surrounding the release. Do you have time next week to jump on a call about it? And I was
so sick.
Shell-shocked. I was like, holy fuck, I'm working with the Jets. This is sick. I was telling everybody was going crazy. Everybody was kind of tripping about it because I wasn't too popular at this point. You know, they literally found me from the video that Coach Hager forced me to make. So if he wouldn't have made me make that video,
you wouldn't have met Aaron
I don't know
Rodgers.
if I would have met Aaron Rodgers, because then after I made videos promoting their jerseys, they sent me the Realm jersey that you have on, an associate jersey for my brother Marcus, a cameraman jersey for Cade, the cameraman, and a right-hand man jersey for my buddy Avery, who
That's awesome.
I asked them if they could do that, and they did, and I got a hoodie too, and a hat, and all kinds of stuff. So they sent me that, and then after we helped promote the whole thing, they emailed me saying, thank you, blah, 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 appreciate it, whatever. And then at the end of the email, I didn't even realize this until after I screenshotted this email and I sent it to Marcus and Cade. Can't remember why I sent it to him, but I was like, this is pretty cool, dude. Look what they said. And then Cade emailed me back or texted me back, and he was like, did you see that last sentence? And I was like, what do you mean? And I clicked on the email again, on the screenshot of it. And at the end of the email, it said, looking forward to working with you again in the future and having you out to training camp or a Jets game in the future.
Wow.
And I was like, holy I didn't even see that. I screenshotted it again, sent it to even more people. I was like, holy I might be going to training camp in a few months, blah, 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 blah. And then
You didn't even read that the first
didn't
time.
read it the first. I don't know why. I'm kind of just a space cadet. Like I'm just,
No, I probably would space it out too.
I don't
I'd do
know.
the
I was
same
too
thing.
high off life to really digest and read the whole thing. I was just tripping balls about everything. So
Yeah.
didn't see that. And that was kind of when it set in when I was like, holy shit, they have me to training camp. I don't think I'll be able to meet him at a game, but if they have me to training camp, we might be able to meet the man. And then I didn't talk to him for a really long time after that because training camp wasn't for months and months and months. And then I don't remember if I started bugging them about it because I had all their contacts and I had their emails, or they reached back out to me, but we ended up figuring it out, and I went out for training camp. And then that was in August, and it's a crazy story because that's when I got that's when the whole sickness thing started, and it was just wild. So
Huge thank you to today's sponsor, Giant Snacks. Giants is a small family-owned business that specializes in premium flavor and giant snack sizes.
From sunflower seeds and pistachios, pumpkin seeds and cashews, Giants has all the great snacks you need.
Don't forget some of the great flavors that they offer, from dill pickle to sweet Thai chili.
Or whatever flavor you're craving.
Check out the newest flavor that just arrived in stores.
Big Easy cashews and Big Easy sunflower seeds.
Available now online or in a store near you. Huge thank you to Giant Snacks for sponsoring this podcast.
Now let's get back to the podcast.
Let's go back to the Aaron Rodgers day that you met him. Maybe just do like a concise version of like your experience that day
Okay.
with him.
yeah, so the lady who ran the whole thing when I was there, her name's Brittany. Love you, Brittany. Great person. One of the only reasons I met Aaron Rodgers. She told me after I met him, she was like, yeah, I didn't think you were going to meet him. I didn't think he was going to come over. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, we didn't think it was going to happen. I could not tell you that, though. We were just hoping it happened. I was like,
That's
I was like,
crazy.
thank you for not telling me, because for whatever reason, it's Aaron Rodgers. Like, if he doesn't want to come over, you don't have to come over and talk to me.
Yeah.
So they had me on the field. I was standing on the goal line, and Rodgers was over at the 50 with the team. And I remember looking at him. He was talking to some of his players. I was like, holy man, he's right there. Like, they were following me around with a boom mic and everything. I was like, he's right there. Is he going to come over here or not? And then he was walking with one of the assistant coaches or something. He was taking a couple steps towards me, and he's pretty far away, 50 yards away from me. And you can see it in the video. I was like, dude, I think he's walking right towards me. I think he's walking right towards me. And then he kept walking towards me, and I was like, I'll never forget the feeling of when I saw him coming towards me. I was like, holy, he's walking towards me. And then when he was getting closer and closer, and he didn't look at me. He didn't look. He was like looking down. I think he was doing it on purpose to kind of just be fun. He's just he's the best. He's just the best. Witty guy, smart, just the best guy. So he was just wouldn't look at me. He was kind of just strolling slowly towards me. I was like, oh my God. And I took like 2 steps towards him. I put my hand out, and he was like, everyone's seen the video. He's like, you get that cadence right, all right? And it was just the best thing. And I was like, I wasn't even registering what he was saying. I was just so on cloud 9 that he was coming over. Shook his hand. If you watch the video, shook his hand for way too long. It was like a 10-second handshake. A lot of the comments are, legend has it, they're still shaking hands. Such a long handshake. But looking at him, I told Braxton, my buddy, after, I was like, was it just me, or did he just not look real? Like, he just didn't look real looking at him. He was like, and Braxton instantly agreed with me. He was like, yeah, dude. Yeah, he didn't. He just did not look. He looked like a real life action figure.
Sure.
I don't know why. It's
It's
called being starstruck.
surreal. Yeah, it's surreal meeting people.
What did you
that
guys
see
What did you guys
online.
talk about?
We talked about. He goes, I love your guitar fakes. That was one of the first things he said, which is this. But at first, when he initially said that, I was like, you saw that. And it comes off in the video as me understanding what he said. But when I said you saw that, I thought he was talking about, I have a different viral video of me impersonating Aaron Rodgers, and one of them is me playing, there's a clip of me playing a guitar, like doing Aaron Rodgers stuff, like playing like he would, like as a joke.
Sure.
So I thought for some reason he was talking
saw
about that.
that.
But all I said when he actually said that was, "You saw that, you saw
it
that."
worked out good for you.
Yeah, and then he went, "Yeah, just like this, just like this."
Yep.
That's what we call it. And I was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta get the chin tuck, a little exaggeration." He's like, "Yeah, I love it." And then we talked about a bunch of checks and a bunch of little niche things that he does.
And
at
then
the
he
line of
said
scrimmage.
green 19.
Yeah, it's not. That was the first thing he said. That was kind of the first thing I said is at 18 or 19. So we talked about that, and then we talked about. He asked where am I from? I told him I'm a Packer fan. I'm a big. I'm from Wisconsin. I used to go to Lambeau Field, watch you play. Blah blah blah. He asked my name, and then he goes. When I told him all that, the Jets had the boom mic on me. And he was signing my Jets jersey. He was like signing the back of it. My Rodgers one's got it framed back home. My Rodgers wrote me a note and everything. Awesome. My prized possession. I wouldn't sell it for $1 billion. But he was like, he leaned in real quietly. You can't see this in the video, so this is good that I'm saying this. I don't even know if I should say it, but because they got the boom mic and the cameras are right on us. And he leaned in real quietly and he was like, as he's signing the Jets jersey, "We got to get you a real one now." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "A 12. And I was like, "Really?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then he was like, "Give me your address, I'll send you one in." I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then I went and sent my address, and it never got sent in because I had to give my number to Brittany, and I don't know if it was right before the season started, so it was like getting really busy for him, or if Brittany was kind of intimidated and scared to say, "Hey, are you going to send him this jersey?" Blah blah blah, because like I would be kind of scared if I was that. And then once the season started, it's not going so good. So I don't expect it to come in, but it was his initial thought to send in the jersey. That's good enough for me. I'm not too worried about not getting the jersey because it was still just too surreal. And if you watch the video, I have my arms on the hip first, and then he goes arms on the hips. And then when we say goodbye, I point, and then he points. And we're just like father and son.
You got his mannerisms too.
I know. The night before I met him, I think it was the morning when I was taking that shower in the RV before we went to the second day of training camp, I dyed my mustache. I was dyeing it in the RV, and my dad's like, "You're really dyeing your mustache just to meet him?" I was like, "Dude, yeah, I'm dyeing my stash. Roger's a stash guy. He's going to like the stash." And then my dad was like, "No way," like kind of just giving me for dyeing my mustache in the RV, like girly stuff. And then Aaron Rodgers goes, I can't remember what he said, but he's like, "Hey, I like the stash too." And I was like, "Just for you, dude, just for you. Thank you." And then when I showed my dad the video,
You're like, "See, Dad, I told you."
When I showed my dad the video after, I was like, I didn't tell him that he said that because my dad was like 20 feet off to the side. We were the only ones on the field, me and Braxton. My dad and Scott were off to the side recording, so they didn't get to like talk to him or anything. But when I showed my dad the video and he saw him say that, my dad was like, "How did he know to say that?" And I was like, "Because he's Aaron Rodgers. We have a connection.
gosh.
We have a deeper connection than you'll ever understand. We go way back. He knows.
That's
There's
hilarious.
some sort of connection. You don't understand it, but he knows. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's perfect. He knows just what to say in what situation, and it went perfect. So that's probably the best thing of this whole podcast is that's what people want to hear. So you can chop the rest of whatever you want to do. I don't care. I know I've been yapping. So
no, it sounds pretty cool because they say don't meet your heroes, but this one worked out.
I saw that the other day. What did I see that on? Oh, Speed? I show Speed.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the clips of him and KD?
Oh yeah, the
when KD's
podcast.
just being an
he's like Speed.
He's like, "I got all your shoes,
yeah,
man." He's like,
"Man, get off my."
He's like, "Man, stop!" And he's like being and they're playing pig, and Kevin Durant's just being a to him, just ignoring him. And he's like, "Man, I got all KD's shoes. He didn't really want to play pig with me, but it's all right though. I still love KD. Like I still love him. Blah blah blah." And then I looked. There's just like 2 days ago. I saw it again because I saw it when it first happened. But I was looking in the comments yesterday, 2 days ago, and it's like, "Yep, they say never to meet your heroes. They say don't meet your hero, blah blah blah." And I was like, I don't know if I commented because I was on my Realm account or my personal, but I was like, "Nah, dude, meet them
worked
bastards.
out for
meet
you.
those." You better
Worked
meet your
out for
heroes,
you.
bro. Rodgers is the best hero. He's just the best one to meet. He's just a great guy. Everything was perfect.
We got some questions for you, some Aaron Rodgers trivia. So you got to try and do your best on this.
Oh my gosh,
He's got it.
this is gonna be
Let's see how big a fan you are.
this is gonna be good.
We're gonna say if you
All
get
right.
if you get 8 out of 10 or better, you're a huge fan, and then like 6 out of 10, and then 5 out of 10, you're not a fan. All right.
'Kay.
All right.
10 out of 10 is I am Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, 10 out of 10 is you actually are Aaron Rodgers. So number 1, what college did Aaron Rodgers play for before entering the NFL?
Butte Community College, and then he went to California. Golden Bears, 1 for 1.
Yep, there you go. University of California, Berkeley. Okay, go ahead.
Butte Community College before that.
Yeah, we didn't even have that on.
No,
here,
we
so
didn't.
I got
we'll give
you. Don't worry,
We'll give
don't
you a
worry.
bonus half point right there.
Which NFL team originally passed on Rodgers in the 2005
49ers.
draft?
Yes, that's correct. What round?
Mike McCarthy actually coached for the 49ers at that
Really?
point too, and then ended up telling Aaron Rodgers he was going to draft him, and then they didn't draft him, and then McCarthy ended up getting fired, going to the Packers, and then they worked together.
Dang,
So-
that's crazy.
Yep, 2 for 2. Chalk it up.
Okay, this one's a little tougher. What round was he picked in the 2005 draft, and then what pick?
First round, 24th.
Yes,
3
correct.
for 3.
What high school sport besides football did Rodgers excel at?
Baseball and basketball. He
Baseball.
excelled in both. He pitched in baseball through 90 in high school, and in basketball, he had a heightened sense of awareness of knowing where everybody was at all times when he was really little, so
good-
he could
good
make the best. He was a
quarterback.
point guard. Yeah.
We'll do these 3 and then
Come on,
these 4.
Ron.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, all right, all
Do
right.
it for Raj.
Number 5. How many Super Bowls has Aaron Rodgers won?
1.
Maybe that one was too easy. Okay, number
be
6.
more.
Number 6.
What team did Rodgers and the Packers defeat to win the Super Bowl?
Steelers.
Yes. How many MVP awards has Aaron Rodgers won?
4.
Yes. Keep going. Let's just keep going.
Rodgers holds the record for the highest single season passer rating in NFL history. What was the rating?
And it's specific, so it'll give you like 3-way
Give me a little
leeway.
bit of leeway.
3,
Okay.
yeah,
It-
3.
It had to have
3-way leeway.
been either 2014 or 2020, and it was
Okay, before you answer, it's neither of those years.
2011.
Yes.
Okay. 120. See, it could be. I don't know if it's above 125 or not. If I go 125, it's probably not going to be right on, but I have a high chance of being within 3. If I go 124, it might be actually 128, and then I'm not within 3. If I go 126, it might actually be 122, and then I'm not within 3. So I'm going to go 125. What is it?
122.5.
Damn it! Oh, I'm within 3.
So, yeah, you're
Perfect.
within 3.
Yes.
You're within 3.
All right, count it. Chalk it up. Well,
Oh, you got
2020
it.
he was up there, 120, and 2014 he was also up towards the 115s, 120. So
Okay, I'm just going to speed run these ones, Aiden.
is that 5 for 5?
Okay.
Yeah, 5
Okay,
for 5.
keep 'em coming.
Keep track of that. I think you're way more than 5 for 5 for sure, because I asked like 5 in a row there.
Okay.
We're just going to keep going, and then I'll just put like a
I can't wait
I'll
to
put
see
a
We'll just have a
counter-
ticker.
I can't wait to
I'll
see
put a
this clip.
ticker
I
on the
cannot wait
screen.
to see this clip.
Yeah, we're going to put a ticker on the screen for how many you get right in a row.
All right. I'm
We'll
batting
just-
1,000 though.
We're going to keep going until you get one wrong,
Yep.
okay?
Love it.
And I'm just going to speed run it. What's the nickname of Aaron Rodgers' famous touchdown celebration?
The belt, the freaking discount double check.
Yes.
Come on, man.
What
Game
game
showed.
Oh.
I'm just going to keep running.
Oh, just you?
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Ask the question though. So
What
the
game
audience
show
knows.
did Rodgers guest host? What is the name of Rodgers' production company?
I don't know. What is it?
Suspended Sunrise
I
Productions.
wouldn't have got to. Keep going. Keep
Okay.
going.
What significant injury did Rodgers suffer in the 2023 NFL season?
Or his Achilles.
What sport does Rodgers enjoy and often participate in during the offseason?
Basketball. That
This
has
is
to be
currently.
basketball.
This is currently.
Golf.
Yes.
My bad. My bad.
What U.S. state did Rodgers grow up in?
Cali.
Rodgers once said he saw a UFO. What year did he claim this happened?
Oh my gosh. I don't know this one. People started grilling him for being weird around 2020. So I'm going to go 2020 or 2021.
2005.
Okay. Okay,
Long
that's a
time
tough
ago.
one. That's a tough one.
Yeah. What insurance company has
State
Rodgers?
Farm.
What is the name of the charity founded by Aaron Rodgers? You could definitely guess this if you don't know.
Oh no. I know this. No, I'm not going to get it.
It's not a difficult one. It's very basic.
Community Foundation, North Valley Community Foundation.
Aaron Rodgers Foundation.
Aaron Rodgers Foundation. There's no way I would have ever gotten that. No way.
Okay, 2 more.
All right.
What MLB team does Rodgers have a minority ownership stake in?
What a question. Oh my God. I don't know.
No, it's Wisconsin.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
The Brewers?
Yeah.
Look, is that real? Look that up if that's real. There's no way. If that's real, I love him even more. There's no way. The Brewers
You're
are
a
the
big Brewers fan,
the
obviously.
Brewers are the only thing that I love as much as Aaron
Yes.
Rodgers.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I was gonna say
Hold
that.
on.
That I
How
would
does
know
just
that.
wait. Just wait. Yes. Oh, in the Bucks? Oh, he bought it in the Milwaukee Bucks. Man, f ChatGPT.
For real.
They're
It's
getting
okay.
stuff
Well,
wrong.
you got me here though, and I can point out when things
There
are
you
wrong.
go.
I point out 2 things that I got wrong.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than AI.
He is
We can
Aaron
clickbait this
Rodgers.
real good.
Okay, let's do it again. Who was Rodgers' famous ex-girlfriend known for starring in Divergent? Which is a fire movie, by the
I
way.
know he dated Danica Patrick, but that's not her.
Yeah, he gets around a little bit.
I don't know her name.
Shailene Woodley. What is his middle name and his birthday?
Middle name is Charles.
Yes.
Birthday's December 2nd. Same birthday as Juice WRLD.
What year?
Oh, really? Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
What year?
Dude.
1970. 1980.
80 what?
1. Damn it.
80 what? Keep going.
82?
Nope.
83?
Yes.
Wow, he's not that old.
One thing we do at the end of the show is give you one of these seeds, so you can go ahead and pick whichever one you want.
Hell yeah. Thank
So
you. I'm
go
a big
ahead.
baseball guy, so.
Pick one out right now while I wrap this up. If you guys haven't seen his stuff, you need to go check it out. It'll be linked in the description below. Got to talk about your story, and super thankful you got to stop in. The City Brew Hall here in Wahpeton has the Brewcade, and it is now open. It's a sports bar atmosphere. Happy hours from 2 to 5:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close, Monday through Friday. Okay. There's beer towers, blackjack, e-tabs, arcade games, and more coming soon. Make sure you guys come here whenever you get the chance in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Come check it out. New barcade open. Thank you very much for coming on the podcast. We appreciate it. Being an amazing guest.
Dude, thanks for having me on. This is badass. First podcast. I've been on a couple news stations, couple radio stations, couple news things. This is badass, so this was fun. Thank you.
Awesome.
Guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next Monday at 6 p.m.
Peace.
Peace.
That was awesome, dude.
Let's go.
Real ones with me, I know we gon' beat the odds. Counterfeit, guess it from the thought of it. People fake, think they need to start a kid.